Hey guys, it's Philosopher King. How's it going? I got a treat for you this time. I got the Smogan Tour Final battle between Ojama and CrashingBoomBang. Finchinator, thank you for sending me this replay. I don't get this content often, but when I do get good content, I share it with everybody, so thank you, Finch. But yeah, everyone's joining in. There's probably like 100 people here. I mean, I see a couple of familiar names. Draco Malfoy's here. I see Exclusive Zodiac here. I see Tanner. I mean, everybody who's anybody's here watching this. So it's a pretty high-class battle. But I don't want to get too far, behind, even though the battle hasn't started yet. So Boombang is leading Zapdos, and Ojama's leading T-Tar. Clearly, Ojama has a better matchup in this scenario. If I were Ojama, or excuse me, if I was Boombang, I'd switch, and if I was Ojama, I'd go for Rock Slide. I mean, perhaps Boombang can go for Substitute and maybe hope for a Rock Slide miss, or just scout out what kind of set the T-Tar is if the T-Tar decides to sub up on an anticipated switch, advertisement. But other than that, this situation would require Boombang to switch in most cases, so that's what I would do. Ojama was taking a remarkably long time to decide what to do, even though he's asking Boombang to make a move. But yeah, T-Tar is going for Rock Slide. It misses, and Boombang stays in and go for Thunderbolt, and he stays in again after the miss, and a Rock Slide crit sort of makes up for the Haxie miss. I mean, if the Zapdos was EV correctly, maybe you put 40 EVs in defense and had max HP investment, the Zapdos could have survived the Rock Slide, but the miss was kind of stupid. So yeah, I guess the crit and the miss kind of cancel each other out in terms of hacks. But this is the Tour Finals, and Boombang shows he has a Smurgle, so maybe he foddered off the Zapdos just so he could bring in the Smurgle. Ojama must be stunned. I mean, this is a high-level game, and he's facing a Smurgle. We'll see if Ojama can respond with anything. I mean, if I were him, I'd bring out like a Sleep Talk poke, like Zapdos or Magneton, or just something that won't just be affected by Spore. But CrashingBoomBang really getting in the head of Ojama, goes for Substitute instead of Spore, and then goes for Spore this time against Zapdos switch in after the sub is broken by Ojama. Now Zapdos goes for Sleep Talk and connects with Thunderbolt, so he got lucky there, but the Sleep Talk doesn't hit Thunderbolt again, and this allows Smurgle to go for Belly Drum. Baton Pass is incoming here, and he can switch it to anything. I mean, really, anything he switches it to would be dangerous. Goes for Baton Pass, and I believe I saw this team before in a less important game. It's a Cradily, which has the ability Suction Cups, which prevents any phasing. I'm not sure if Whirlwind would do it, but Suction Cups, I believe, pretty much locks him in at +6, and unless Ojama has, like, I don't know, Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, this game's pretty much over, and I'm really hoping it doesn't end this way. Finch sent me this game, I assume it was good. So yeah, I'm hoping Ojama can get out of this, but it's looking pretty bleak right from the start. Ancient Power is probably incoming, and the Zapdos will die just easily. He may stay in here hoping he might outspeed the Cradling, maybe go for like Thunderbolts, or maybe the Zapdos has like Toxic or something like that, and maybe can land it. But yeah, not looking good. Goes for Rock Slide, and Zapdos just dies. So I guess the plan was to fodder off the Zapdos in order to bring in something for free. But yeah, let's see how Ojama wants to respond. This is looking pretty bad, and it's kind of frustrating. I mean, Ojama is like probably an excellent player to get to this level of play, and to be beaten by a Baton Pass Smurgle and a Cradley with that +6 boost. Yeah, that's not fun, and he's really thinking about what he wants to do. Will-O-Wisp would probably be a good thing, like bringing Gengar or something, Will-O-Wisp, and then bring in something else that could take +3, which I believe that's what it would be after burn. But yeah, +3 would still do a ton, so we'll see what he wants to do here. He could also bring in a Pokemon, like I said before, that has Toxic and just put the Cradley on borrowed time, but if he did that, his team would still be in big trouble. It would take a beating, but at least it'd be something. It wouldn't be a sweep. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to skip ahead here. Goes to Scarm. So he's probably not going to go for Phase here. He's probably going to go for Toxic. And, well, we'll never find out because Rock Slide connects and Ojama flinches. So, yeah. Scarm dies. He doesn't get... Ojama doesn't get a bit of hacks where the Rock Slide would have missed, which would have been nice. So Scarm goes down. So I'm assuming that was his attempt to land Toxic on the Cradley. So now he brings in Flygon. I'm not sure what Flygon's going to do. I'm assuming the Flygon will try to resist Rock Slide. I don't know what hidden power that was from the Cradley, but it did a ton. Flygon has Toxic, so that's good, but Cradley has Lumberry, so that pretty much negates that, and brings in the T-Tar to fodder it off, and Gengar comes in. I don't know why he didn't bring that sooner, because the Gengar was almost certainly faster than the Cradley, and he could have landed the burn right away, and instead he chose to let his Skarmory die, and let his T-Tar die, and to let his what was the other one? His Flygon he didn't die, but he got severely damaged. But he did get the burn off, and the Rock Slide only does 44%, so presumably the Celebi could just use Recover and Calm Mind and try to get out of this. So we'll see what will happen here. Ojama does have a little bit of hope, but man, if he does get out of this, he will be he will be my hero. But it doesn't really work out. The hidden power turns out to be Bug, and that's gonna be enough to take out the Celebi. Flygon coming in, going for Wisp. Excuse me, going against the Will-O-Wisp Cradley, and Flygon being slower. I don't know what Ojama's gonna do here. I mean, what's his other poke? Did we even see it? Yeah, it's Gengar, and that's not gonna do it. I mean, it has Ice Punch, so it could do something. But yeah, if it does have Ice Punch, I don't know why he brought the Flygon in the first place. But he may have just given up at this point. I mean, it just sucks. You get this far in a tournament and get beaten by this kind of gimmicky team. Yeah, not good. Hidden Power Bug does not kill, so the Flygon does get off an Earthquake, and then the burn next turn does kill the Cradley, but the damage is already done. Gengar is at 18%. It's not going to be enough to beat CrashingBoomBang's Gengar at full health. Thunderbolt does not miss, unless, you know, yeah, it just doesn't miss. I'm thinking some weird scenarios where it could, but right now those weird scenarios aren't present, and Ojama is just like good game with Boombang, and he does manage to get a Thunderbolt off. I mean, possibly he could have gone a Thunderbolt crit and then a Para at that same turn, but the odds were really against him, and that doesn't happen. So CrashingBoomBang takes this 4-0 in what was a very one-sided game. I mean, the game only lasts 17 turns. This is not Gen 5, but, you know, this is Gen 3. Usually a game takes like maybe 40, 50 turns, you know, on average, if it's a good game, sometimes 60 or 70. But yeah, 17 turns, Cradley sweep. Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, but it was kind of entertaining. You don't get to see Smeargle and Cradley together on the same team too often. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Rate, comment, subscribe, and look forward to the next battle.